Hello, I'm with Rafael Lawrence Caputolan. Tama po ba yan?
Yeah, you
So,
can call me Ralph.
nice, Rob. Can you briefly introduce yourself to the audience para manalaman nila ano yung ginagawa mo, what you're doing, what's your project and stuff?
All right, sure. Hi guys, my name is Rafael Caputulan. You can call me Ralph for short. So, I am based here in Malalag, Davao del Sur. So, we are approximately 3 hours away from the city, so Davao City. And what
Mhm.
I'm doing is I help coaches, business owners, professionals on their real estate, medical, and events. So what I do for them is I do social media marketing and management. I also do graphic designs and creatives. And just recently, I have graduated to a course of Go High Level Automation and Science. So yes, and I also have a community on Facebook. I called it VA Rookies Philippines, and most of the audience that I have encountered, or my audience or target base, is newbies or yung mga aspiring virtual assistants. So yeah.
Nice. All right, napakaganda. And then I saw in your profile as well that you help pros and business owners level up online. Now,
Mhm.
how did you get started? Can you just get to share about how did you get started in social media management and design?
All right. Well, that's a very interesting question, Jetro. So I started as a call center agent. So yung natapos ko talaga, Jetro, is Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering. So dapat
Yeah.
nasa barko ako ngayon.
Wow,
But yeah, but because
crazy.
of some financial problem and lack
Understand.
of support. So I decided to be on call center or BPO industry. So I've lasted on BPO for about 4 years. Then after the pandemic hit, I transitioned myself into work from home kasi that time hindi pa siya VA or freelancing.
Understand.
Tawag ang pagkakaalam ko, it's work from home. So
Oh,
ayun, so I started as a cold caller. Cold caller ako nagsimula. And then, I asked myself, since the opportunity is very big, napaka-wide ng opportunity, sabi ko, um, I need to do something that I know and I need to do something that I love.
nice.
So, I asked myself, ano yung mga ginagawa ko recently? So, sabi ko, I'm heavily into content creation kasi nagba-vlog ako, frustrated vlogger kasi ako. So,
Okay.
nagba-vlog ako and I manage multiple social media pages. So,
Mm-hmm.
meron akong page for my photography, meron akong page for my vlogs, meron akong page for our small business. So, ganun. So, that's where I found the opportunity to be a social media manager. So I
Nice.
have established my first ever social media page, and I renamed it to VA Rookies. And right now, it all started from 100 till naging 200K followers plus na siya and
Nice.
counting. So, ayun, and I was able to offer my service to business owners, especially on real estate and medical, because medical people and real estate people really they are busy people.
Yeah.
So I offer the service to them. They need someone to manage their account, to create contents, to do some competitor research, stuff like that. And parang naging specialization ko na siya moving forward. And that's what I use. That's my stepping stone to upskill myself from being a social media manager hanggang naging graphic designer or creative marketer. And then recently I just upskilled to web design kasi go high level is something that is parang rising. I believe na it's already a trend already, but it's
Uh,
the next, as what I call, next big thing.
that's really nice, and I love your branding kasi when I saw that your LinkedIn, puro siya purple and pink ba yun and stuff. So it was very, very naka-team siya, and then it's very unique and standing out kasi bihira lang yung mga lalaki tapos purple tapos ang branding is freelancing. But my fun question is kung yung journey mo ng pagiging from cold caller to CEO ng Rap Cap Graphics would be a movie, what's your title on it?
Well, I'm not into movies. I
Oh,
am
let's say
into
books. Let's say books.
series. Yeah. So I think let's just say I think Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man. From nobody to somebody. Yeah,
Oh,
Spider-Man is just a quick or a nerd or parang binubuli siya. And I, when he figure out or when that spider, radioactive spider bit him, naging somebody siya and he is now the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So yan, I can relate to that because um I'm just a nobody. Walang pumapansin. I've been on content creation and social media for so long. When
uh-huh.
Facebook started, meron na akong account agad. When Facebook started here in the Philippines, meron na agad akong Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi I play Farmville. I'm not really sure if you have
I've
naabutan mo
heard
pa
that
yung
one.
time
On
na
the
yun. But yeah,
screens,
so I
mga
have
Facebook.
started, exactly. So I have started Facebook that time and, you know, nobody, walang kahit sinong pumapansin sa akin that time. And, when when time progressed and I found my radioactive spider, which is my niche. Ayun, I was able to influence a lot of people, and I have, somehow became a somebody. Yeah.
Nice. And then, ano yung let's talk about your habits. Ano yung mga daily habits mo na maliliit lang pero nag-push sa'yo ng sobrang growth into your business or who you are right now? Those daily habits na maliliit.
Well, actually, that's something that I am still working on. But what I'm always and consistently doing is walking. Actually, before I jumped in on this call, kakatapos ko lang mag-jogging. So, I always maintain to have or to achieve at least 3,000 steps per day.
Nice.
Um, yeah, because as a freelancer, one of the consequence of being a freelancer is napapabayaan mo yung sarili mo.
Uh,
So, ayun, I gain weight from 80 kilos up to 120. But recently, a month ago, I lost weight to 116. So, ayun, yun yung hobby ko and that teaches me to be disciplined. So, parang nagiging disiplinado ako when it comes to time, when it comes to myself, and when it comes to managing my task because I believe that intertwine with each other. So, ayun, yun yung parang nagde-develop sa akin as or that contributes a lot to my growth because you cannot grow if you don't have discipline.
nice. And then, since ikaw yung creator plus strategist plus operator, alin dito yung pinaka naging challenging role for you, do you think?
Well, pinaka-challenge when it comes to being the head or the founder of this page is you always need to be always need to be on the top of your game.
Okay.
You need to find ways on how to be relevant kasi sa social media, one of the key factor that you need to make sure that you achieve is to be relevant,
Yeah.
to make sure that you keep on top of your game when it comes to engagement, reach, interaction with clients and with your audience. So that's one of the challenging thing. And also, since meron akong influence, one of the challenge is to, you know, um, respond or to take care of your community
Mm-mm.
kasi I am transitioning myself from being just an influencer, just a page owner, into a community builder. So just
Okay.
recently, last 2 weeks ago, I have established Malalag Freelance Community, which is
Okay.
a community based here in our place. So we do
Ah,
have a total of 30 people at 30 attendees and that is composed with professionals, newbies,
uh-huh.
students, government officials, so on and so forth. So, ayan, it's a challenge, but I one of the thing that I realized within this journey is challenge is good, and it's one of the indicator that you are growing.
All right. And I'm also interested on your the community that you built. Mostly kasi they're online communities, but Sayo is more on that approach. Governments and professionals and students. What was your quick run through on the first place that you have an idea with it, then nagko-contemplate ka nun how can you execute it, and then dun na mismo sa execution, tapos or at it is right now. So, in short, ano yung naging proseso mo para makuha yung output na yun na magkaroon ng 30 people to be in your show, in your talk, ganun.
Mhm. Well, yung parang nagiging process ko is first I need to come up with a plan and a design on what I wanted the program to to accomplish. I need to have a strong idea on what I need to to achieve. So
Mm.
my goal for that event is to provide livelihood and to introduce freelancing or virtual assistant sa community namin.
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I still hear you clearly naman. No difference.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Ayan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Right. So I think my headphones shut down. But anyways,
Okay.
yung process ko, sorry for that. So yung
No.
process ko is I build a plan. I need to
Mm.
have a strategy on how to execute, then marketing. So one of the biggest factor that contributes to the success of the event is marketing. So I market it properly through my page. I have created group chats so that I can gather people who will work with me uh,
Mm-mm.
building this because I cannot do it alone. Well, at that case, yung Malalag Freelance Community na event namin, I coordinated with the SK, Sangguniang Kabataan ng Barangay Baybay to make
Ah.
it possible. So they are the one who find the venue. We work together to provide the chairs, the water dispenser, the electric fan kasi mainit,
Mm.
and the foods. So, kasalitan kami ng mga task and we come up with a specific funding. So, ayun, we're able to achieve that and I cannot do it alone. I cannot do it also if without the help of my other community, of other my friends that has community as well. So I here in Mindanao, we have a group, and we have a collective goal, which is to penetrate the entire Mindanao and make the freelancing industry or the virtual assistant industry known. So far we have reached to as far as Valencia, Bukidnon,
Oh.
Jensan, Surigao, and a lot places. We even reached to Cebu for this kind of cause. We
Mm-hmm.
are able to at least maybe more or less mga 5,000 people na yung mga na-reach namin through this group. If you have time, or if you can search on Facebook, Bisayang VA. So si Bisayang VA talaga yung parang head namin
Uh-huh.
when it comes to doing all of this. And yes, we are doing it for free. So ayan, parang naging charity na namin siya.
That's really nice. And then that's the first time I also hear about the freelancing as a form of philanthropy, charity, and movement. And then yeah,
Mhm.
that's all about. Let's go to the next process, which is all about your systems. So can you walk us through yung client pipeline mo? I believe that it's from LinkedIn DM to discovery call to proposal to kick off, then first 30-day result. Is that your timeline or your pipeline?
Yes, yes.
Sige.
Relatively, yes.
Can you teach us the audience a little bit on how do you do that in each section briefly para makita nila how does your pipeline works?
All right. So this is a bit challenging question
Mm.
because I have multiple process and pipelines that I follow. So the
Okay.
first one is the, whenever I'm finding clients or whenever I'm offering my service to the client, mainly I do social media and job sites. So yan
Right.
talaga yung primary source ng clients ko. However,
Mm.
I also do LinkedIn optimization. So I optimize my LinkedIn, which is, I believe, where you find me.
Uh,
So I optimize my LinkedIn to a point that it's engaging and it attracts. So I have received on a span of a month, so I can get more or less 10 messages and comments from clients, potential clients, and collaborators. So
uh,
once and I always make sure that it's not just a missed opportunity. I always make sure to write down all of their information, put them on a pipeline, and do a campaign. So I do email campaign. I automate them. I put them on a pipeline. I use chat. I use Go High Level to automate my 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 leads
mm-mm.
and provide them with insights. So I always told my audience to not sell directly. So since we are business owners, we don't always give an impression that, hey, I am here because I want to sell you something.
Yeah.
So the format of my approach or outreach sa mga clients is providing them value, providing them informations about me, who am I, what I do, what I offer, what I have done, the
Mm.
community that I've built, so on and so forth. Then after that campaign, I create another campaign that offers or that gives value to what I do.
Uh,
So you are low key selling, but client don't realize it until they grab the bait. Gets mo?
mm.
So ayun, so I don't uh do hard sell. I nurture them, and I give them value, or I provide value to what I do. I have this sheet, though I have all of that on Go High Level, but I have this monitoring sheet that I have manually, that I have built, where I monitor all of my leads, and I provide them materials such as workbooks, also some proposal for that specific market, especially on medical and um, real estate. Recently, real estate is a bit shaky on Indiana and Florida. So there
uh,
is some sort of recession happening on Florida and Indiana, and I remember I have created a proposal on how they can bounce back on, especially when using social media. So I provide those materials to them, and I don't really do follow up consistently.
mm.
Maybe a month, maybe in a span of month, I send them 1 to 2 email campaigns, just for me just to avoid being put into spam. Though
Okay.
it's all, meron namang mga system that automatically puts you into spam. But if you present your emails as something that is friendly, not harmful, and not spammy, then it will not go to spam. So that's what I maintain, and I have learned the hard way, because I have used I used to send multiple emails, bombard them, and end up being thrown into spam.
Yeah,
So I
that's true.
have created and established a new business email, and that's where business grow. And I'm not saying that it's booming, but there is results. Yeah.
Mm. That's important. You don't really have to be so big time in the brands because there's different sizes and market and growth. But what matters is how you help the people. That's your legacy and your result. I want to ask you a question sa Go High Level stock mo. Ano yung mga automations na pinaka nagbibigay sa'yo ng huge time in terms of like its ROI sa'yo? Nakakapagbigay ng maraming oras because of that Go High Level automation.
Well, first is social media. It
Mm,
helps a lot. Yeah, it helps a lot. Social media automation. So whenever people are commenting or responding to my concern or to my post or to the content I published, so they get instant response, and all of those responses are helpful.
mm,
Kasi I have this automation that when they type a specific keyword, they will be receiving a link to where they can learn by themselves, a workbook, also some links or site where they can apply. That
mm,
helps a lot. That saves a lot. Yeah, especially when you have a very limited time, and you have a lot of things to do, work wise and life wise. So it's very helpful. Number two, using Go High Level, I was able to track and monitor my leads consistently and diligently. So
mm,
I know, I can really testify that it's very helpful because yung mga leads ko way back 2023, they are reaching out to me, not on a huge volume, but a significant volume naman. They're reaching out, inquiring about my service, and that was 2 years ago. So that's very helpful, and it really saves me time, or it really saves me a lot of effort reaching out to them. And lastly, also, since I am really into sharing my thoughts, my journeys, so on and so forth. So Go High Level has this option that um, helps you create courses. So instead of people asking how po interested, how to apply, how to start as a freelancer, so on and so forth, they just go and check the links that I have or the courses that I have, and it saves me a lot of time for myself. I just recently started taking care of myself because of the automations that I have run. So it's a very big help. And if you are watching this and you wanted to have free time,
mm.
mag-automate it.
Automated before it
Yeah.
automates you. Well, ano yung non-negotiable mo naman when it comes to your social media management or marketing workflow from, what flow is that? Strategy to content calendar to design or editing to posting to reporting.
Non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. I think that is to make sure that I'm very religious with my brand and my goal. I don't I don't I don't post anything that is not related to my theme or to my goal.
Okay.
Gets me? I think that's what you're asking.
Mm,
So that's very important to me because I wanted to present myself as this person. I wanted to present myself as someone who brings value. I don't just yes, I have some humorous stuff, but it's still related to what I do. Ayan.
mm,
So ayun, yon yung parang very important to me. And also it's very important to me as well that I relay the message that I am the person that they are looking for if you are a client. So that impresses trust, integrity, and reliability. So yan yung
nice.
parang non-disclosure, mga ano yung
Nego
sabi mo?
non-nego
Non-negotiable,
non-disclosure. Iba yata yun.
non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure agreement, no? Bawal i-share. Alright.
Ayan.
That's really nice though. And I would agree na importante yung brand equity mo. And it's very I like your answer because it's not just about the process or the system or the workflow or automation, but rather it's the vision that you have greater than any strategy. So, punta naman tayo sa niche wins mo. So, the question is, sa real estate niche, pwede mo ba i-break down easily yung and briefly yung isang campaign na sobrang nag-fill up ng pipeline mo from hook to offer to ad creative to landing page to follow up system mo?
Grabe. Grabe na yung mga questions, pahirap na.
It's okay, bro. You're very an expert in this. I don't expect you for a very beautiful answer, but these
Uh-huh.
questions are meant to really help those people na mga freelancers na level up naman.
Yeah, I totally agree with that because we are doing this to add value or to provide value to our audience, diba? So
Mm.
yeah, what my wins when it comes to niche is I was able to most of the clients that I've worked with, they are more or less 50 clients already.
Uh,
Most of them are composed. Most of them are part-time or project-based kasi they just hire me for a certain project like creating content calendars, working on their brands, doing brand strategies, doing competitor research. So that's the reason why I come up with 50 plus clients over the span on a span of 5 years. I
nice.
mean, so my wins I think is when I work on a client and when I started working with them, I can bring on a span of I don't really we don't really expect that there will be significant growth within 3 months. But
Okay.
after 3 months, there will be an increase on their revenue or on their business to around 15 to 30 percent on social media. So basically, they gain benefit or they receive their ROI on a span, minimum of 3 months, depending on how proactive they are on helping me navigate the social media space. So, ayun, I have a specific client that I have worked with. He is
Mm.
just a real estate broker. Tapos, because of her social media presence, she was able to reach out to more real estate na nagsisimula pa lang or nagsta-struggle sa social media. And right now, she became a coach, a life coach and a social media coach.
Nice.
So she was able to, though I'm no longer working with her, but working with her gives her a boost on her career in transitioning to coaching business. So
Mm.
she was able right now, based on what I have seen, she has now a multimedia company wherein she offers multimedia services like films, like meron siyang studio where her client can go and film the video, so on and so forth, professionally, not just on social media stuff, not just using phones or just unprofessional edits, stuff like that. So I can see over the years she grew she grew on this specific platform, and that's because of the help, I think, of the help that I provided, which is increasing her online presence. I can see the growth kasi from being shy, kasi most of the content that she published is parang POV lang, voiceover,
Uh,
faceless contents. But right now she is very confident na. She's very confident facing the camera, talking to clients, so on and so forth. So, when you provide value to whatever you do, and you are putting your heart into into your niche, and having clear sense of um, a clear goal on helping your client, your client will grow, and eventually your client will help you in the long run. So we're still connected. Every now and then nagbibigay siya ng mga projects sa akin. But I'm so happy, and I think that's one of the greatest win that I have on my career as a social media manager and a creative.
that's really a big window. You already uh, explain and also tell story. about your case study with the client that you have. But let's go specific on that. Ano yung mga services or streamlines or workflows or funnel mo na ginawa para magkaroon siya to be a coach? Like, ginawan mo ba siya or sinabihan mo ba siya gumawa ng content, tapos or gumawa ng podcast, tapos doon na mag-generate ng leads on the email funnel, or may isang platform na pupunta sila sa Facebook na mag-DM? How do you help her? Mostly kasi ng mga tanong ng mga coaches and freelancers, how do you get leads? And
Mhm.
how do you, I think you nurture them to CRM and go high level, but yun yung pinaka biggest question nila kung mapapansin mo. So this question serves para mabigyan sila ng overview on the exact playbook na in-apply mo doon sa transform na coach na yan, so that they can also try and maybe even, you know, mag-try din ng service mo if those are hindi nila kaya mag-isa.
All right, that's a very good question, Jethro. So first, I convince or I encourage my client to do reels more often.
Mm-hmm.
That shows her face
Okay.
because sabi pa ni Real Talk Darbs, I'm not really sure if you're following
I'm
him.
familiar with. I
Yeah,
watch.
so I believe you are connected. But
I'm
anyways, yeah. So sabi pa ni Real Talk Darbs, many businesses fail because they don't show up. You know, they don't show there's loss of connections between the brand and the audience.
okay.
But if you will show your face, if you will put yourself out there, you will show the real life scenario, the back end, not the total back end, but the behind the scenes. Who are you as a business owner? Making yourself or positioning yourself to be likable by your audience. You know,
Mm,
there will be significant shift on your business. Maraming
okay.
mga business ang hindi nag-grow, mga small to medium business, they don't grow because they don't they don't involve themselves or they don't show themselves. They don't put themselves there. And you know, if there's no front person, it's basically you are out of touch. So sabi ko kay client, you need to show up, you need to show your face, you need to showcase your values, you need to showcase yourself. So we created multiple reels. We
Okay.
created we created carousels, we created infographics that shows the client's face. And again, going back to what I said earlier, Jethro, we all we provide values to every content we put out there. So it's not just creating contents for the sake of creating contents, but we are we create contents to add value, to tell the people or the audience or the viewers that hey, this is me, this is what I do, and this is what we can do for you. It's something like that. So after that, after we master the art of real
Di-
creation, content creation,
mm,
yes, we transition into podcast.
that's
So
nice.
we do podcast like this. So I'm so happy kasi I'm on the back end, but right now I am being, you know,
You
I'm on a
deserve it.
podcast.
Ikaw
So
yata yung
ayun,
pinakabida na nakita ko sa LinkedIn kasi.
ano po.
Ikaw kasi yung pinakabida kong nakita sa LinkedIn. So I decided to reach you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah,
Yeah.
just recently lang ako nag-boost ng LinkedIn kasi I'm not really sure if you know Joy.
Hindi pa.
I forget I forgot the name, but the branding, if you can see Joy, maybe after this call I can refer you to Joy. But Joy has a very wonderful or effective LinkedIn account. So
Okay.
doon ako na, and yung theme niya is pink. So I wanted to also counterpart Joy. So more masculine na sa pink, which is violet. So ayun. Going
Oh.
back going back sa podcast. So yun, no, podcast kami. We're able to invite guests. I'm not really sure if you are familiar with Bill Pipes.
Hindi.
Um, Bill Pipes is also one of the leading or the trend maker in real estate industry.
Okay.
He is connected with G3. and he is one of the
Wow.
dominant face on real estate, specifically on EXP Realty. So
Mm.
ayun, we're able to connect to big people. So that helps the client boost her confidence even more. Kasi
Mm.
mas na-expose siya sa mga tao, malalaking tao, and she learns a lot from that host. Then after that, na-establish na namin we are very consistent with our reels. We are doing podcasts, we are doing events, webinars, so on and so forth. So we started implementing automation. So
Oh,
we started doing booking funnel and sales funnel.
uh,
So booking funnel for our podcast, of course, for consultation as well,
mm.
and sales funnel for the book that we are selling, and the coaching side.
Okay.
So we're able to, to automate that, to put them on a pipeline, to give the to run some email campaigns. Again, not a sales campaign, but parang nurturing campaign. We provide values to them. This is what we do, so on and so forth. And
Okay.
of course, we don't
Situation.
do we don't we don't nurture leads that is outside our target market. So yung
Oh,
target market kasi namin, so basically there is a funnel for regular people. There's also funnel for um, professionals. Kasi yung target market ni client is Christians and realtors or professionals.
okay.
So ayun, we have different funnel for that. Uh, anyways, but it's not really constant. We are focusing on sales funnels, targeting realtors. And we did some SEOs to make sure that we capture the right audience. Ayan.
Mm.
So meron kaming keywording, meron kaming SEO optimization or search engine optimization to put our site on, to rank our site on a higher place para
Mm.
maging visible. And tell you, Jetro, it's not an overnight thing. It took us maybe a year or two
Oh
to
my gosh.
polish this
You're
until we decided to part ways because there are some opportunities that I grab that is
ah,
better, and that is community building, and
no shame.
stuff like that. So
Mm.
yeah, yun yung parang system ko. And it's very detailed. I cannot really disclose everything, but those are mainly the things that I do.
Yeah, that's really good. Sobrang detailed na nga niya eh. Every time
As
nasasagot, it's like, it's already like you outline already what you do and the system or exactly. And it really shows that you already know or you really know what you're doing. So, and clarification lang this a giving value because you mentioned it in the reels that this is what we do, this is what we do like
Mhm.
that. So, are you saying that people or freelancers, content creators should do scripts in a frame like that, or also the way they talk? This is what they do, so that also yung approach when it comes to selling, parang indirect selling yung ganung approach when they talk, or ano ba yan? Is it only in scripts, or saan ba siya na-apply yung giving value na yan?
All right, so that's a very good question, and that's one of the thing um, that social media manager or mga virtual nomads or mga virtual professionals, I mean, miss,
Ah,
because we don't know where to apply scripts, and we don't know where to apply spontaneous. We don't know how to do spontaneous speaking.
okay.
So when it comes to reels, I always encourage the clients that I work with to do scripts. Not
Yeah.
not to a point that they will read the entire scripts, but
Ah,
have a parang layout of what we do, or what we should do.
mm,
So parang if you are into filmmaking, you can relate to this. So parang scene number one ganito, scene number two ganito, ganito yung gagawin mo, ganito yung sasabihin mo, so on and so forth, but should not sound like scripted.
Okay.
Ayan. So there is special prompt on AI that I follow.
Mm.
I follow the RTTA method, which is role, task, tone, and audience. So
Okay.
role, sino yung magsasalita, ano yung details about the speaker, task, ano yung dapat gawin, anong gusto mong ma-achieve, ano yung mga gusto mong mangyari.
Mm.
Tone is, do you want it professional? Do you want it human sounding? Do you want it fun? Do you want it serious? So on and so forth. And audience. Also, it's very important to include audience because AI will adjust the entirety, the entire result to your audience. Let's say,
Mm.
for example, you are creating scripts for for professionals. So dapat ang if you will put the audience factor on your prompt, it AI will basically turn your entire script that will
Safe.
specifically target that audience.
Ah.
So the end result is parang hindi ka nagbabasa ng script. You can see that type of content kay, again, real talk darbs, some bloggers like Kong TV. I'm not really sure if you're following Kong TV. Though Kong TV is spontaneous, but he is following a layout or a script, not totally up to a point na scripted.
Oo.
So that's the point. But kasi you will really know that it's scripted. And once you give that impression to the audience that it's scripted, then you will lose the attention. But if you follow a certain script but you sound very confident and very spontaneous, then that's a winning script. Indirect naman, talking to indirect content. So usually we apply that, or spontaneous. Usually we apply that on podcasts, interviews, so on and so forth. But we also need we all this time we follow a program, as what I call it. So program number one, ganito, talk about yourself. Parang ginagawa mo, what you're saying, I believe you have a program. You have sets of questions, right? But this type of contents are spontaneous. So again, there's two type of approach: scripted, which is a valuable scripted, or an effective scripted, and indirect or spontaneous. So ayun.
Mm. So you mean, nalilito kasi ako. Some people do teleprompter or some people do the research script na parang nasa docs na. And
Mhm.
then, yung iba parang bullet points and guide lang.
Mhm.
Guide bullets. For me, I'm sanay din sa guide bullets, but what's your recommendation for those type na nako-confuse doon shortly? Guided
Well,
ba or yung sinasabi mong planned research script?
Well, it really depends on the situation. But I really like what you said, bullets and guided bullet points.
Mm.
So kasi yung cons kasi ng teleprompter is you are heavily reliant sa prompt.
Ah,
Binabasa mo lang, and again,
ang robot.
no matter how spontaneous you are, no matter how friendly or cheerful your upbringing is, or your aura is, if you are reading something, it's very obvious.
Sobra.
So yeah, so bullet points is enough. Like you will do some, you will do some key points or talking points, and that's it. That's enough. Also, I highly recommend you do research on the project first before you create contents or film
Okay.
or create stuff like that. Because if you don't have any knowledge on, like, say for example, I believe na nakapag-research ka kasi you check my account, but what if we schedule this call, then you don't know nothing about me? So what will it sound? Diba? It will sound like
Tambayan.
we're out of touch. Parang what is this for? So anong purpose ng ginagawa natin? So like this, we add value to it because you yourself is following bullets. You did some research and you are guided.
Mm.
Ayan.
That's really nice kasi yung info mo, going on 15 minutes, di ba? Ang dami ko pang gusto ng tanong. Um, maybe we can do part 2 with that, but um, maganda yung sinabi mo. Parang actually you're creating a framework. What I mean is a framework on how you also speak my structure, not just in the video na ito yung sunod, ito yung sunod, ito yung sunod. You're creating a system out of that na paano rin magbenta in a framework, diba? So,
Mhm.
script without even script, parang ganun. And then, may tanong ako about the assets. For example, the ebooks, the lead magnets, and also the templates or the workflows that people do sell or maybe do it as a lead magnet. Hindi alam kung bebenta or hindi. Um, di ko rin masyadong alam din, personally for me. And how can you actually market and sell it? I know it's part of the value ladder na dito ko muna nagsisimula ng templates. Sa akin kasi nagsimula ako dun sa coaching first. Then
Mhm.
I really know how to put this. Para sa mga freelancers, audiences, and for me, ano yung tip mo doon on selling those brand assets or you're marketing those ones?
Well, whenever I have or whenever I'm selling my service, coaching, maybe may it be coaching or worksheet, something like that. So I always provide value first. So I always show the people that I am someone they can trust, that I am a reliable source. Kasi if I just sell it right away, they will ask themselves na bakit kami bibili sa iyo?
Oh,
Hindi ka naman magaling.
sino ka ba doon?
You are just faking it till you make it. Something like that. Napakaraming ganyan, friend.
Really?
Napakaraming ganyan. And I know if pwede palang mag-name names, I can name hundreds.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
but if people see the value of what you're doing on social media or on digital space, they will be attracted to what you sell. And it's very easy for you to sell na lang if you have credibility.
Ah,
If people can see the results,
natural.
you know, it's natural. And being natural is a very hard work. It requires hard work kasi kailangan mong
Yeah.
i-prove yung self mo, kailangan makapag-build ka ng reputations, kailangan meron silang makita na result sa iyo
Ah,
before ka makapag-sell. Again, I tell you, if you provide value, if you build your credibility and have integrity, you have that trust that they are looking for. Ang pagbebenta ng mga pipelines or whatever system you are offering, ebook, worksheet, whatsoever, napakadali na lang yan.
madali na lang. I really like what you said. You're building trust and it's really worth it pala yung mga ganun. Kasi mostly ang mindset ko dun before and even other freelancers, parang sayang sa oras yung makipag, bring value, kailangan kita agad and stuff. And we
Mhm.
don't realize na trust is the new currency. Now,
Exactly.
in terms of like the reels, no, I've tried cross posting before. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels. It wasn't really effective. And I'm not really a Facebook guy or an Instagram Reel guy and stuff like that. But what's your advice for those freelancers na or content creators, course creators na hindi masyadong maalam on the Reels or ano yung mga hindi namin natutunan about that format?
Well, first, you need to identify your niche. You need to
Okay.
identify ano yung selling point mo. For me, my selling point is the real life scenarios, real life struggles of a freelancer.
Okay.
So, number one is the inaantok while on duty. Kasi graveyard kami. So,
Relatable.
napakabenta talaga ng ganong type of content ko. Whenever you check my Facebook, mostly nagme-million views ay yung mga patulog-tulog na, na, na contents. Because that's my niche.
Okay.
That's yun yung pumapatok sa akin. I have tried valuable informations like I have tried copying Junel. I'm not really sure if you are familiar with Junel. I have tried imitating Real Talk Darbs. I have
Oh,
tried cooking show. I have
oh,
tried affiliate
grabe.
marketing. I have tried every type of content. Pero
Ganda.
you know what? What works for me is the real life struggle of a freelancer. Yun yung parang humahakot ng views.
Mm,
Not only views, but also relatability.
okay.
And I always make sure that when I create this type of content, which is humorous, I
Mm-mm.
always provide some sort of lesson. Na
Yeah.
by the end of the video, they say, ganun pala. Being a freelancer is not easy. Or kailangan pala ganito ganyan. So
Mm,
basically, you are, though it's humorous, you can still add value to what you do. Ayan. And again, find your niche. You need to know who you are as a content creator, or whenever you're creating your contents. Because if napaka-easy kasing gumawa ng content, but but having a niche is very hard. Finding your niche is very hard.
mm.
What do you think si Baet? What do you
Ay,
think what makes Baet sets apart? Napaka-benta ng mga contents niya because yung mga meron siyang nakita na niche.
mm.
Let's say other content creator like um si si Malupiton, ayan.
Mm.
So imitation, meron siyang specific na niche. And that helps them. You know, whenever one of the best example of turning your influence into sales is Malupiton.
Malupito.
Grabe yung joke lang siya, katuwaan lang. Then all of the sudden you don't realize na napakarami ng brand collaboration. Napakarami ng brand na lumalapit sa kanya, di ba?
Yeah.
Every now and then meron siyang mga promotion, meron siyang pinopromote. And that's
Mm.
easy for them. Hindi na siya yung lumalapit. And
Okay.
also that one that what happened Vela, yung si
Uh,
Koan, what happened Vela. Ayun, it's
mm.
effortless. That video was a long time ago.
Mm.
Pero effortlessly, since bumalik yun na trend, look at him right now. Kahit anong mga brand na, nasa Shopee, naging sa sabon, sa mga fast food whatsoever. So, ayun, if you find your niche, if you find that parang aha moment or selling na content, sakyan mo, then that make that your identity, and you can use that to leverage on your business.
Okay, so you're basically, meron kasi may mga format na hook daw tapos ganito ganyan and then ganito intro. It's in the educational space. But some are edutainment and entertainment. And what I learned from you is iba-iba yung format niyan. Plus ang core identity ng format na yan is based on your personality, authenticity, and
Mhm.
what's working format in the masa, and also being able to balance it with you, your brand equity, and with the people surround you. So would you believe na short answer lang na um, it's not all about the format, but it's all about you as the creator and how do you approach that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We only have 7 minutes though, and at ask questions, right? Um,
Mhm.
actually, lahat ng tinatanong ko is spontaneous na eh. So,
Mhm.
big guys. You mentioned about big guys na getting into the podcast and stuff. How did you do that or did that?
Well, what we do whenever we reach out to big guys is we rely on our networks and connections.
Ah, okay. I
Uh-huh.
get you.
So that's the important thing about networking and
Mm.
connections. Like for example, si Bill Pipes, yung connections namin, or the connection that connects the bridge, is our involvement, or the client's involvement to eXp Realty.
Ah,
So you need to have a proper connection. Like for example, assuming that you know Real Talk Darbs, and I
ah,
wanted to talk to Real Talk Darbs, so I know who to approach, and that is you. So
mm,
this is basically networking. So I'm so happy that you do reach out to me, and sabi ko, I need to jump into this call because this guy is very promising. Grabe yung um, one of the regret that I have is not starting early. And
ah,
grabe yung saludo ako sa iyo because you started early. And you grabe na yung when I check your social media, sabi ko, grabe, wow, amazing tong batang to. Napakalayo na ng narating. And me, I just turned I just turned 30, and I just
Oh,
started
30? 30?
yeah, 30. I just
Oh,
started
here.
5 years ago. So I wish I have started 18 years ago. And
Oh,
maybe who knows um if if I started early, siguro maging katulad mo ko or bigger, something like that. So I'm so happy that we connected today.
thank you. Let me also realize by telling that na hindi lang, may mga sabi kasing, oh, I really like your this or that, but I didn't really understand or feel it. Not in a validation way, pero parang is ano yun, may masay lang or stuff, pero you validate it.
Mhm.
So it's a good
Mhm.
indication that I'm actually growing. Pero kasi yung mga dilemma namin na those who are growing, we don't sometimes appreciate what you have done for kasi kami yung hindi namin nakikita yung how big did we do this. We get too critical. So those are one of the struggles of the freelancers and the content creators. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Actually, ang dami ko pang tanong, but those are the big tanongs that I want to
Mhm.
actually ask you. And there's a lot of people that I need to interview. Share ko lang yung profile mo para ma-advertise ko.
Oh
And
yeah.
then, dito sa presentation, guys. This is his profile, Rafael. Nakita niyo yung mga connection ko dyan. Expose. Refer mo na lang ako kay Joy and then can you make an effort to list them out
Yeah, sure.
para ma-reach sila. And then, yeah, in the span of 1 minute to 2 minutes, you can say anything, promote anything or stuff, and what do you do, and then yun, movement and stuff.
All right. So yeah, I think I just wanted to thank you first for giving me this opportunity. I really enjoyed this opportunity. Actually, I don't know what to expect kasi you are, parang intimidating yung look mo.
Yes.
And
Bakit?
I can
Ay,
really for me, that's just my opinion, no? Parang na-intimidate ako kasi siguro I have seen your profile, and grabe, remarkable na yung mga achievements mo. But
para
I
solve
totally
na.
believe yeah, I totally believe that you are not behind. You are just
Okay.
following your own pace. Ayan. So,
Mm,
advice ko lang sa mga nanonood and those who are seeking motivation, please wag kang panghinaan ng loob. Don't feel sad about yourself that you haven't started early or you haven't started yet. You are not behind. You are just following your own pace because every one of us has our own unique timeline. And siguro kami nauna lang kami, but soon you if you will never stop, if you will never stop chasing your dreams, then you too will be something in the future or even bigger than us, right? Also, I
mm.
just wanted to promote my again, if you can see my profile on the screen, I intentionally wear this jacket because that is my profile, and of
Tingnan mo,
course
2
for the
minutes na lang. Magbababay na
yeah.
kasi.
Yeah, also, and please follow me on Facebook, VA Rookies PH, on
Ah,
Instagram, VA.rookies_PH, and follow me on everywhere. Ayun,
everywhere
so
you
thank you
see
so
that
much.
pic. Basta naka-jacket na purple, no? Yeah,
Ayan.
I really appreciate you. We can end this podcast. That's the end, and thank you very much, guys.